everyone, and welcome back to Brats in the Back Row. I'm Emily.
I'm Allie.
I'm Aelina.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the titular Brats talking in the back row of the theater. And for this episode, I forced the other Brats to watch the 2014 series Over the Garden Wall. Happy Halloween! Woo! I have a little candle burning. Where is it? How do I point to this? Oh God! Gucci
You can do
it. I have my fall leaves. It's mirrored, so I can't figure it out. Fall leaves. And then my ghost lights, and then over there's more little lights, and then I got another candle burning over there.
You're a fire hazard.
Well,
Two candles?
I got candles from Costco. They
You're
were
mixing
on sale.
Do you actually have candles lighted?
Yes. Lighted?
Lit.
Lighted?
Lighted?
Yes.
I'm an English
One of
major.
them is Heirloom Apple Grove, and this one is Pumpkin Chai Latte. So good fall scents. Good fall scents.
I thought about lighting my candlesticks for this episode, but then I never got up to do it. So now they're not lit.
Oh,
I was gonna put right here.
So imagine they're there. I have floating candlesticks, but I haven't turned them on.
The Harry Potter.
No, yes. But I just like the, not Harry Potter, evil, but I just like the look of them. One of them did fall though, so I was putting it on and it just went, and I was like, well, alright.
I'm not allowed to light candles.
Oh.
In my room. My mom doesn't trust
hazard.
Your mom doesn't trust you?
Yeah.
Well,
no.
Okay.
My room is a fire hazard because it's really messy, so I'm scared if I lit a candle, like something for sure is gonna catch on fire. But can I shout out the candles at Trader Joe's for this season? There's like an apple one, and it smells delicious. I love you, Trader Joe's.
I love
Sponsor
you, Trader
me.
Joe's.
Love you, Trader Joe's.
I miss you, Trader Joe's.
Do you not have Trader Joe's in Oregon?
Oh no, we have Trader Joe's. It's just the nearest one to me is like half an hour away.
Oh, that's devastating.
And
you
like
love
Trader Joe's. It's not worth it to drive half an hour.
Not really. Not a half an hour.
For Trader Joe's?
Yeah, I'd love to be rich enough where I can live in the vicinity of the Trader Joe's because it's kind of in the wealthier part of Portland. Unfortunately, I don't live in that. I don't exist in that tax bracket, so I must live far away. You know you're rich when your neighborhood gets Trader Joe's.
This is true.
They opened one up down the hill from me like a couple of years ago, and it was the greatest day of my life.
1%.
I'm sorry.
1%.
I don't think I'll bleep this out. Is like I don't think it's part of the 1% necessarily. I'm glad it's there. I love your Trader Joe's wine specifically because I am 21, almost 22. By the way, when we're filming this, tomorrow's Allie's birthday. Happy birthday!
When this episode comes out, it'll be like a month late.
When this episode, and my birthday would have already passed. It's almost Sarah's by the time this comes out.
By the time this gets out,
I'm an old woman, guys.
No.
Oh,
the other
weird
woman.
enough, I know. Film these episodes a month in advance.
Yeah, because we're on time.
We're tired.
And I'm tired.
Exactly.
So
we're on top of it.
My mom complains about it every time an episode comes out. She's like, "You guys are talking about things that happened a month ago," and I'm like, "You gotta just let that go."
What's her name? Never mind. Maylina's mom. Maylina's mom. I'm sorry. I take this. I'm sorry. I'm talking to you. I apologize.
Maybe later things will be different. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe later.
If you subscribe to
We're
our
not a
Patreon,
pop culture.
now.
We don't have a Patreon.
Well, we don't have one. We don't have one.
if you subscribe to our Patreon, then we'll be able to do this in a more efficient and time-friendly way.
That's a threat.
And we can
buy us a coffee.
And if you don't subscribe to our Patreon, this is getting shut down. I'm over it. I hate these people. We took a Myers-Briggs test, compatibility test, and so many of us hate each other, actually, except Sarah and I. Locked in!
Sarah and Emily are the best.
Well, we had
friends.
to do the test multiple times because Allie and I had to retake the Myers-Briggs test because we don't know what Myers-Briggs is. What's up, babe?
Say something. Okay, so all our 12 viewers.
It's true, though. It's the harsh reality we live in.
Please guess our personality types. Which one are we? I'm very curious to see what people have to say.
Put it in the comments, you guys. DM us, email us. Come
and while you're at it, guess our zodiac signs too.
Well, if you said...
Guess my Chinese
what?
zodiac
Yeah,
year.
guess what year the Chinese zodiac sign.
Yeah.
Guys, guess my address.
Guess my aura
While you're at
color.
it, guess my social security.
Guess the 3 numbers on the back of my debit card.
Hilarious.
So, take a photo, take that photo of me and it has like the aura color of you.
I don't even think I know my aura color.
I don't either.
Oh, I know mine.
How do you know? How do you find out?
You
take
just
that photo.
Google it.
You take a test?
Yeah.
How do I guess?
I'm yellow.
Live
apparently.
test, everyone. Live test.
Aura color test.
You know what? And I'll take it too.
Okay.
Or
yeah. We'll just cut to when we
Should
get
I take the
our,
BuzzFeed one?
No, what? I'm taking the one that's made by Asian people.
Yeah, the Korean one at the top. Okay, I was also like, yeah, we'll cut back.
All at the same time.
While they are taking the test, I just want to say that I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Happy birthday is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And she's turning 22.
I'm turning 22.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift tax.
Taylor Swift. Which is so crazy. You're turning 22 and M is turning 22.
I'm the youngest, technically.
They're children.
I'm the baby.
You guys are kids.
Goo goo
You are
gaga.
children.
And jumpa jumpa jumpa.
You guys were not even born when 9/11 came out.
Came out!
Sarah, what's your color again?
I got yellow, I think. Or purple, something.
Girl, those are very different colors.
Those are like opposites on the color spectrum.
What do you remember what it represents?
I think yellow was like the sun, like a very positive person.
Okay.
I got what the fuck? Alright, May, you go first. What did you get?
I got sweet violet.
Ooh.
This means that I am always kind.
Well,
right?
That's an interesting thought we're gonna put out there.
Hey, we could debate these later. Let me read.
Oh yeah, let's go through and then we'll discuss.
I'm always kind. I try to respect and understand everyone for who they are. However, my own happiness matters to me more than anything. I'm always calm and collected, and I rarely get angry or upset. I will have to disagree with that one.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I easily manage even new or tricky tasks by drawing from previous experiences. I feel like that's just a human thing.
That's how you survive as a person.
If you haven't figured that out by now, sorry, but natural selection's coming for you. And then I also value the present, and I consider fun, casual relationships to be as important as committed ones.
Oh, you're playing everyone. All right. That's good. So what was the color again?
Sweet violet.
Sweet violet. All right. Mine analog beige.
Oh,
That's an option?
like beige beige?
B-E-I-G-E, beige.
Beige.
I'm sorry for that. That's
I
really
got the
funny.
white
so
person
sorry.
answer. Beige. Alright, mine is I have a meticulous personality and make sure every little detail, I make sure of every little detail before jumping into things. I would agree with that. You cherish your peaceful everyday life. You're not adverse to a bit of adventure, but you need a place to return to when it's over. If you are alone in your room, you often get lost in thought and keep a diary or notebook to record them. You're good at figuring... What?
I think you just talked to yourself.
I have this mirror, and that's my diary. I tried keeping a diary at one point, but then I started thinking about all the bad things that were happening in my life, and it made me more depressed.
Okay.
That's about right.
Because then it was at the forefront. Anyway, you're good at figuring out what other people think or feel, but pretend not to notice half the time. That's a crazy way to say that.
That's crazy.
I don't... You're a quiet but friendly person who gets along with almost everyone. Being naturally funny, you lead the conversation well too, and we can all agree on that. I guess I agree with that. I don't like the color of beige.
Why is it beige? Like they could have chosen a different.
It's not even
color.
like beige, really. It's more of a peach, I would say. It's
Oh,
interesting.
Maybe they're
analog
not trying to
beige.
say you're boring, it's just that you're neutral.
I guess so.
Mm.
You're protecting your peace.
You're not boring. You're
I-
neutral.
Yeah, that's a nice backhanded way to say that. I would say yes to all of these things. I think that's crazy that pretend not to notice about other people's feelings. Well, I don't need to have this right now.
Neutral.
That's crazy. But you know what? We've seen it in action.
It's true. It is true. I just gotta go. My special
Allie.
ability is to make people feel comfortable.
Oh, I never read that. Okay.
Nice.
What's your
You can
special?
go to Allie. Mine don't matter.
No. Tell me
what's your
I wanna
special
know,
ability?
I didn't even know there was. I
My
wanna hear about the
special ability is... Thank you, my darling. You have the special ability to maintain an affable relationship with anyone and blend into any group.
Well,
Okay.
there we go. The
Ooh.
shapeshifter.
Okay.
That's positive.
Hey,
Alright,
I
Allie.
got Delight Yellow,
Oh.
which I don't know if that's the one that Sarah was talking about.
I don't
But
know.
it
I gotta
says your
retake
mere
mine.
pres-
Oh,
Yeah. Your mere presence brings happiness to the people around you. You liven up the mood anywhere you go with your cheerful, bubbly personality. You have lots of love to give and love people. You try to help and take care of those around you, and also get discouraged if anything bad happens to
Yep.
them. You don't force your thoughts on others. Often careful in expressing your opinion. You might seem happy-go-lucky, but you're actually very emotionally intelligent. If you don't assert, wait, did I? Oh, I thought I froze. Sorry. If you don't assert yourself, it's not because you can't, but because you choose not to. I do that a lot at work. You hate it when things get awkward, and you hate arguing. That's true. You often play the role of mediator within the group of people. Yes, but I kind of hate it. And then my special ability is to smooth out conflicts and create a cordial mood.
Well, there we go.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. That's like somewhat accurate. I don't know if I'd describe my personality as like bubbly. I don't consider myself a bubbly person.
I think that your aura is just... Don't bite my head off for this. I think your aura is just eldest daughter.
Well, yes. And this is the second time. If I had a nickel for every time I got called out for being the eldest daughter, I'd have two nickels.
Episodes in a row.
Yeah.
But you know what? The last time a man said it, and that's even worse.
That's evil. And we want to we're sorry for everyone that had to listen to a podcast with Jonathan.
Is Jonathan's not the oldest, is he?
No.
No, he has an older sister.
Okay.
He's
Oh
got other
god.
siblings.
I feel so bad
He
for
has
him.
a younger sibling too, though. So
Yes.
he's like middle child.
He's the
But
middle
he's, like,
child, which
in the middle, which is worse.
is crazy.
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, sorry, Sarah. Yeah,
Sorry, sorry.
more lore about
Sarah,
us.
you're not Jonathan.
We're all...
What?
No, never mind. I was
What?
gonna say we're all different types of like sibling relationships, but then I was like, no, May and Allie are both the eldest daughter.
Allie
Yeah.
and I are the same. We're like this.
No, well,
Yep.
that Myers-Briggs tells me different, actually.
The Myers-Briggs compatibility chart would say differently. Would say that Allie and I hate each other.
But in love, right
Like,
here.
we're like this.
I think we're pretty
Heart.
close. But even then, like, May and I's, like, type of eldest daughter is different, because May is the oldest of 2, and I'm the oldest of 3.
A single mom.
I'm not saying mine is worse, I'm just saying it's a little different.
I'm just saying I'm better than you.
No.
I'm just saying mine is worse. No.
I
No,
also
it's
think
just
that
different.
like religion comes into this,
Oh.
and you are
Yeah.
far more religious than I am.
Well, yes.
But again, not to like bring that up. I'm so sorry.
Ooh. I got mine.
Oh, Sarah.
Okay, Sarah.
Let's
Sarah's
steer away
joy.
from that conversation. Let's go to Sarah.
Sorry, guys. I got chic
Aw.
beige.
Hey, beige
Hey!
club.
Beige. Okay. You love a challenge and try out anything that piques your interest. You think you learn more from experience than from textbooks. You don't find much merit in anything you can't enjoy right then and there. You prefer to live in the moment than anywhere else.
It's real.
Okay.
Sarah is constantly
Alright.
telling us we have to go outside, you guys. We have to do
Because-
things.
She's always asking, we have to go to the club. Can we please go to the club?
Can we go
Today
to the
So
she
club?
go
asked
back
if we
to the
could cross the
club.
Can we
I
go
love
to
the
the
club.
club?
Can we
So
go
back.
to Mexico?
You've never been to the club.
I've been to the club. You value efficiency. You like
Without
people who
us?
get straight to the point.
This
That's
is
She
kind of
wasn't
true.
gonna go with us, guys.
Sarah's
very
alone, going
blunt.
hard at the club. No other person's there. She's alone on the dance floor. She broke
is
in,
boring.
actually. This is
That's
boring.
The club is
Yeah.
open.
If it's just Sarah on the dance floor, yeah, that club's doing
That-
something wrong. Because, like, why isn't everybody dancing along with her?
Oh.
Because something's wrong with me.
Oh no. God.
Oh.
Oh.
I feel like this is kind of accurate. You like people who get straight to the point rather than those who go on with their long-winded speeches.
That's very true.
Yes.
I am pretty blunt. Anyone. You have lots of friends and acquaintances. Okay. You have the special ability to jump into things that require courage without hesitation.
Well, there we go.
Yes.
That's good.
No,
That's
did
literally
learn. I
Gryffindor.
don't
Myers.
understand
Did you?
why the
No,
colors-
Sarah. No, it's no.
We gotta stop reading Harry Potter into
No,
this.
but we
No more Harry
gotta,
Potter.
we gotta do this now.
All right, guys.
Sarah's
Harry Potter
a
houses
Gryffindor.
now.
I am a Gryffindor.
I'm
It
a
makes
Hufflepuff.
sense.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
No. I'm also a
Yes,
Ravenclaw.
Are we all different?
Hey.
May and I are the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that
May
means a
is not-
Slytherin.
I'm May. Em and I are the same.
Damn.
Locked.
No one's Slytherin.
Good. I was watching the UnCarly video where she read Tom Felton's memoir, and I was like,
I watched that
and it's
one.
insane. There's
Memoir?
insane things. He's like, he calls people in the book, like, he's talking about his life and everything, but he's calling people in the book, like, my fellow Gryffindor, my fellow, like, he calls himself
Oh.
Draco multiple times. Like, it was,
Oh, we gotta let
Yeah.
that go.
we gotta let it go.
We gotta let that go, man. We
Harry
gotta
Potter's
move on.
No, Harry Potter.
I thought he
And
did
then
like.
he goes into like
Continue.
his like alcoholism.
And
Either
drug
alcoholism
use.
or drug
And
addiction.
both, maybe.
It's drug-
It may be both.
It's
I just thought there was something
know.
like messed up. He's like, I drank the potion and I couldn't stop drinking it. Like he compares that to like this concoction,
Alcoholism!
butterbeer. I don't know. Butterbeer addiction.
Oh my god, no.
He's addicted to butterbeer.
he does. That's the problem. He probably does do that.
Well, it was like, I swear to god there was something that was like, it called to me, like, it was, I think he called marijuana, like, marijuana, why did I say it like the official name? Why did he call weed?
Government terms.
He called weed, like, the herbs you would find in the potions classroom.
Oh.
Something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure, but it's awful. It's
Crazy.
so awful.
I love
What's he
that.
doing these days?
I
That's
don't
Besides
so
care to
funny.
know.
I care.
Do they? Okay. Do they have marijuana in Harry Potter's world? Like, what's the equivalent to that? Is it like
this is Hermione smoking a blunt? Is Ron? Oh no, you know who's smoking a blunt? George and
pull the gun
Fred.
out?
They're
sure.
Yeah,
smoking it.
100%.
He's
They're smoking
actively
it.
making music.
Oh, good God.
They
Came out
sneak
with
into
the
like.
Tom Felton?
this year. Yeah.
Absolutely not. No.
If I had a nickel for a British guy named Tom that made music, I wouldn't necessarily be rich, but I would have like 15 cents, which is kind of a lot.
3. So
Yeah.
3 people are making.
Three. That's 3. Who are the other 2?
Who are the? Who others? Tom Holland? Is he making music?
Oh,
I
maybe
can't
no,
really
not him.
explain it.
No.
Haven't got the words.
Words.
That's his
No
music.
more British.
No,
That's his
no.
music. Who are the other Toms?
Yeah, who the fuck?
Tom Odell.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
I think I was thinking Tom, what's his face? No, there's Tom Hiddleston. He doesn't do music though, right?
No.
No.
Tom, maybe it's just British people then. Just British people named Tom that I know, which is insane.
Tom's
More than 5.
Tom's a common name in
Tom
England.
That was a
Holland?
very common name.
Yeah, it's one of like the 5 names there.
Really?
5.
Yeah.
Tom,
Thomas?
Thomas,
William.
Charles, William,
Carmelina? Oh.
Carmelina,
Harold? My name's
Harold.
Harold?
Charles.
Stroke. Don't worry. Harold.
Is that Harry Styles' real name? Is it Harold?
Harold Styles.
I think so.
And he's bald? Sir?
He's bald.
Pick a struggle.
Well, he was it for a very long time.
He's been bald.
Yeah,
I called his baldness
he's been
because
balding.
his mom's dad was bald. And if your mom's dad is bald, you're immediately bald.
Why do you
Like,
know
that's
his
a
mom's
total-
dad is
Why
bald?
do you
How do you know
How
that
do you know his
information?
I looked it up and it was a bald man. And I was like, okay.
Well,
Why is this
that
the
could have been
fourth
You looked up his
any
grandfather?
bald man.
His mom's
Oh
dad,
my
yes.
God.
I knew it.
Jesus.
I knew it.
Okay. I called it. Day 1! He came out of the
Okay.
wound? The womb. He came out of the womb bald. I called it day
Yes.
1.
I think
Lots of
everyone
babies
comes out of the womb.
That's not true.
Some people don't.
No,
People have
not
a
everyone.
lot
I
of
came
hair.
out with hair.
I had hair.
I did too.
I had hair.
Doesn't that give you
It's no
heartburn? Well, if you're birthing out a baby with hair, it gives you heartburn.
It does?
That's what they say. It's like a
I
I don't know.
midwife's
I was
tale, I
ripped
think.
out, so I wasn't actually birthed.
Oh, you were
No.
a C-section too?
Okay.
Maylena actually
Yeah.
just
No,
came out of
it was my bad.
existence.
C-section twins.
Yeah.
Maylena
Very
spawned in.
Not born of woman.
She spawned in. It said it was like the it's like the Minecraft. It said Maylena has entered the game.
Server.
I came out. I entered fully formed, fully sentient.
Like
Which is why I don't
this,
remember.
actually.
Yeah, which is why I don't remember the first 10 years of my life, truthfully.
Because I didn't have them. I am now
them.
human. Guys, we watched a thing called Over the Garden Wall. Sorry for that. I was gonna ask you about your day, but you know, we're like 30 minutes in. We watched a show called Over the Garden Wall, that I love very dearly. Some background on the show before we get in. It was created in 2014 by the god himself, Patrick McHale. It's actually turning 10 years old this year in November. So by the time this comes out, it will be the week that I was gonna say Gravity Falls. No, that Over the Garden Wall came out. That little time span. It'll come out that same week, which I think is cool. And it was directed by Nate Cash. It won Best Animated Program at the Creative Arts Emmys, which I think is the Emmys Maylena said doesn't matter, which is crazy.
They don't air it, they do it at 2 p.m. on a random Tuesday.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Oh. Shout out to my
Doesn't matter to
animators.
them.
I love you all. You go through so much.
I love you,
and I
animators.
hope
I
that
love
you
you,
get a good
animators.
deal with this new round of negotiations that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Support the
I want
union.
to clarify, I'm not saying that I don't think that the creative Emmys don't matter.
They
I
don't
do want
matter
to
to
clarify.
people.
They
They
don't matter
to
to the people who make the schedules.
That is true.
Yes.
We should be
I love
treating
them.
them at the same level.
I feel like animators in general are kind of treated like
It's a nightmare.
second.
It's literally a
Mhm.
nightmare, and I'll go into it as someone who is actively looking for jobs in that industry. I've been like, I follow people on Twitter that are also like showrunners and writers, and they're like, yeah, if you just want to come into this industry now, I wouldn't right now. And I was like, oh, thanks. They're like, give it a couple
Yeah.
years. And I was like, it's a nightmare. If I'm correct, animation writers, so yeah, the people that write the shows and everything, get paid 2/3 less than average show writers for live action. Hello, this is editing, aka fact-checking Emily. You'll be hearing from me quite a bit this entire episode. To what I say about the 2/3 less, according to the Animation Guild website, animationguild.org, they state that the reality is Animation Guild writers are paid 41 to 52 cents on the dollar per week compared to live action writers. It will be on the screen as well. Thank you.
Why is that?
Crazy.
Because studios think of animation as lesser. And they're like, it doesn't take that much work, but it's writing a television show.
I do think it
Yeah.
does require a little more work.
In my opinion, it does.
Because I feel like it's more difficult because you have to have like the animation, like the blocking is probably way different than like with
most
humans.
of the
You
time,
have to work with what the animators have, and then if actors do whatever they want in the studio, you have to fix it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you have to like. It takes a lot of scheduling. It takes a lot of, like, you have the outline, and then you have to storyboard, and it's not like just crappy storyboards that you could do for a live action thing. Like, you have to like have a framework down and be like, this is what I
Yeah.
need to happen, because that's literally what's gonna like occur. You have storyboard
Or
artists.
like look finished.
Yes. A lot of the time, storyboard artists also get paid jack shit. It's really bad.
I love that Sarah's the only one of us that's chosen an industry that actually pays money.
Yeah. Shout out Sarah.
Me?
Shout out to Sarah.
Who wants to,
Teaching
go into something that will
diversity.
pay, that has some
I don't
stability.
even know what I want. I don't even know what I want.
I like that twang there. Wow.
I don't know
Talk
what
about
I
the
want
rest
to
of the
do with my
episode.
life. Listen, I consider myself an intellectual, right? I feel like I would
You
go
are.
into a field like that, but I just get so much like brain fry. Like I have to be on my feet. I cannot like be doing something entirely like it has to be very interactive. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I feel like those jobs, well, I don't know. They kind of pay. I don't know. I'm not getting paid well right now, but
For what you're going through, Sarah, no, you are not.
oh, I don't
No.
want the company to fire me though, so please don't see
No.
I'll
this.
let it out.
But you work in childcare, and I think that anyone that works in childcare should be paid $1 million.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no, for
on the
sure.
front lines. They are on the front lines.
All the benefits.
I think that their
all
wages
of-
should be the same as like a doctor or a surgeon.
Yeah.
You
You know
know?
what? Thank
Yeah.
you. I very appreciate it.
Yeah, animation workers are negotiating contracts right now under the Animation Guild. The Animation Guild's actually not even it's under IATSE. Is the Animation Guild. All animation workers are under IATSE. They're not even in their kind of own separate union, which is crazy. I don't know.
That is crazy.
I remember also when WGA and SAG-AFTRA went on strike, it was a lot of people were like, hey, why aren't, because animation writers Emily, editing Emily, double check all this information. I'm spewing. But animation writers are not under, like, WGA. They're under the Animation Guild. And, like, a lot of the, and so they don't get a lot of those same benefits and a lot of those same things because it's, like, crazy. And then I'm like, that's crazy.
Hello, editing and fact-checking Emily here. In response to what I am saying, yes, there are writers that are covered both by the Animation Guild and WGA, but mostly it's a project-to-project basis. On the WGA website, wga.org, I will put it on the screen, they state that animation writing can be covered by either the WGA or IATSE Local 839, the Animation Guild. As a result, writers can insist that their animated projects be WGA, but the WGA can't require them to get their work covered. It must be voluntary. Working Rule 8 prohibits WGA members from performing writing services for a non-signatory company, but federal labor law prevents the WGA from enforcing this rule in cases where there is another union. And a correction, when I say I thought WGA West was adding more animation jobs, I was wrong. It is WGA East. WGA East Animation Caucus co-chair Susan Kim addressed the growing crowd and promised them that once the current WGA battle was over, we are circling back to animation. Thank you.
And I read somewhere, I swear to God, it was from, like, the WGA, and they said that they're going to try and put, for WGA West, I believe, they're going to try to put animation writers under WGA so they can have dual, possibly. Again, double check these things.
Well, they should.
They should.
It's weird that even if, you know, what you're saying is factually not true.
I think,
it's weird that animation writers wouldn't be part of WGA because they're still writers regardless of the medium that they're writing for.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And they're writing for the entertainment industry.
Yeah. So, shout out to the animation workers. God bless you. You're on the front lines as well. And God bless the childcare workers. My God, Sarah and Allie are on the front line.
What is Kamala Harris doing for the childcare workers?
Actually, let's talk about it.
Real question.
Let's talk about that.
What
is she doing to raise the wages of childcare workers across the nation?
Let's talk about it. But you don't know, this is a
Let's
political
talk-
commentary. Shout out to the all unions. Shut up.
Work union, live better.
Anyway. That was a side tangent.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Mikhail also, so going back to the actual people that work on the Overground Wall, Mikhail, who created the showrunner, was also the creative director of Adventure Time for a long, long time. And he also worked a lot on Flapjack. So there's a funny, I don't know, if y'all were on, like, 2013 to 2015 cartoon Tumblr Twitter, like I more Tumblr than anything, like I was, you would have seen an infographic that shows, like, how like a lot of the main kind of, I don't know a better word, but like mechas of this era of animation all got their start on the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, which is a great cartoon. And so Patrick McHale was one of them. You have people like Alex Hirsch as well. I think maybe Rebecca Sugar, I could be wrong, who made Steven Universe, and then Alex Hirsch Gravity Falls. And everyone just kind of, and then people worked on those mecha shows, and then that created new shows. It's crazy. Everybody knows everyone. And then also, Patrick McHale was the co-writer of, little shout out back to the last week's episode, because we talked about it a little bit. Patrick McHale was the co-writer of Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. So a little shout out to last episode as well.
The good Pinocchio.
The one talking about fascism.
The fascist one,
and Mussolini.
Pinocchio.
Exactly.
That's how I explained. Sorry, that's how I explained to my sister what World War II.
Oh,
It's like
Sarah's sister's very young, by the way.
Yeah, my sister's 13, but yes, I was like, you know the Pinocchio we watched? Like, that's Mussolini, that's fascism. She was like, oh, okay.
I mean, you know, that's a good way to get into, like, to start learning.
It works.
I'm glad she's learning about it. That's all I can ask about.
Yeah. I'll also excuse it because your sister is 13.
Yeah, she's 13. She's gonna start learning more about this later. So
yeah, she wants to know.
Nice. And then there
Thanks
was
for
an
listening.
original short that was created through the Cartoon Network Shorts Development Program that predated this, but is technically in the canon of Over the Garden Wall. It's called Tome of the Unknown. It has to do with like vegetable people that look very much like the pumpkin people. You can watch it on YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, that's a little background about the show. I first watched the show when it aired in 2014. It played over the course of 4 days, I think. 4 or 5 days on Cartoon Network, and I felt like I was having a fever dream. I was like, what the hell am I watching? And I loved it, because I love, like, very gothic, macabre, I love when a lot of horror is in children's animation. I think it's very cool, and it's very fun, and it's what I always gravitated to, and I still do now. And also, to get it out of the way, yes, technically this is not a film. This is a TV show. I don't care. You can watch this in like an hour and a half. Send me death threats. I don't care. Like, chain me to the wall. I don't care.
It's basically a film because it follows like a plot. Like it's the same plot. You know what I mean?
And it's a miniseries. It was Cartoon Network's first miniseries. Episodes are 11 minutes long. You can finish it in under 2 hours.
It's very short. Please don't start expecting us to watch shows.
No,
for the
God, no. I'm terrible at watching TV.
Yeah.
I started Sex in the City like 5 months ago. I'm not even done with season 2. Because I'm bad at watching TV.
It's the quickest show ever.
Yeah, I know.
Is it?
But then I'm like,
it just goes like boom, 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 boom. The
Yeah.
episodes are 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Season 5 is only 8 episodes long.
Is it really?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's why.
Is it written during
I don't know.
the writer's
strike? Seasons 4 and 6 are like the usual.
There's another one after.
Yeah,
5 isn't the last season.
No, but it's only 8 episodes or something like that. It's crazy. I've watched Sex in the City recently too.
Should we all watch it in our 20s?
It feels appropriate. I did tell May in a letter that I need to respond back to, that I was like, okay, here's who I think everyone in the group is in Sex in the City. Who did I say? I said, you're Carrie, May. I'm Miranda.
Let me pull it out.
Yeah, because you have it. You're Carrie, May. Ooh. Wow. Mine's not.
See, May cares about our letters.
Hey, I do too. They're in this drawer next to me.
I have mine in the box on top of my bookshelf.
I need to get a new box because I'm running out of room. Okay. This is the letter. I'm not going to show what I'm actually... Okay. So, Allie is Charlotte. Sarah is Samantha. I'm Carrie. And then Emily is Miranda. I don't remember what I said because I don't have that letter.
You told me you were upset. You were like, Sarah, I'm dead on the money with Sarah. You were like, yes, 100%. Yeah. And you were upset with that you were Carrie. You didn't want to be.
Who are these people? I need to look it up.
I know, I have no clue who they are.
Carrie is Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah. But like her character is like she's like a shopaholic. She writes the blog, right? Like that's her character.
She truly writes the 200-word weekly newspaper column.
And has a Manhattan apartment to prove it.
It's in a brownstone. She buys
Sarah's...
Why is it Sex and the City, not Sex in the City? Oh my god, I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Sex and the City.
The city
is
a person. Sarah, you have Kim Cattrall, and you have a feud with Maylena.
Yeah, with me.
Ooh.
Yeah, they have a feud.
But they're like best friends. It's like it's a friend group of 4 people.
No, yeah, they're best friends in the show, but in real life
they hate each other.
Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker have been having a feud since genuinely season 2 of the show.
Yeah, they hate each other.
And the feud is the reason why Kim Cattrall didn't sign on to do the reboot show.
And just like that.
Just like that.
I
She refused.
I
be with
saw
Sarah
a
Jessica Parker.
TikTok that was like, Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker are gonna work it out on the remix, and the first comment
I saw
was
that
like, "No, they are not, girl."
No, they are not. It's so funny. I will say I don't really agree with Allie being Charlotte just because Charlotte is a wasp. And that's kind of like her entire character.
It's
Allie
true.
simply is not.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
You're very welcome. So like, but I also don't really know who else Allie would be. I think I'm kind of turning over Allie being Miranda, but I also don't think I don't think you're Charlotte.
I'm not Miranda, or what?
I think that Allie could also be Miranda,
Oh, that's fair.
but then I don't know if we can have two Mirandas.
I'm Mr. Big.
No.
Oh.
No. Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know any other characters. There's none. There's no other characters in that show.
Well, that's kind of it.
No, who's never mind. The only other character I know is Samantha's gay best friend. The
Yeah.
bald guy.
No, that's
Oh, she gets
Carrie's
breast
gay best
cancer.
friend. He does get
Sorry.
breast
Oh,
cancer.
Carrie's. My bad.
I think you could be Steve, Miranda's boyfriend.
Okay. Steve.
Who's Miranda?
Steve.
Miranda's the
Miranda's
redhead. She doesn't know this. So it's okay. We don't have to know
Okay.
these things. Over the Garden
move
Wall
on.
is a show that we watched. We're going on so many side tangents. Guys, what did you like about it? I love this show a lot. It's everything I could love in something. I love horror. I love gothic. I love Victorian. I love one that all has to do with children because it makes it creepier. My favorite episode is the Schoolyard Follies. I love like that Calico Critter Beatrix Potter look. I love it so much. I have 2 Calico Critters from Blind Bags. They're on my bookshelf. I love them so much. But what did you
Love
like
Blind-
about it?
I'll go.
I liked the episode.
Oh,
No, it's okay.
No, you can go.
Rock, paper, scissors, guys.
rock,
Should
paper,
we-
scissors.
Rock,
Rock, paper. Oh my god!
Scissors, shoot.
What the hell?
Okay, wait, I'll do it again. Ready? Ready?
Okay.
Rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors.
scissors.
Shoot.
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 Wow.
Oh.
We gotta go again. Third time.
I can't see Allie,
Ready?
so I just see Manny.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You both have rock! I hate you both!
That was me and Jake.
Okay, Allie's birthday's tomorrow. Let's just do
Yeah,
Allie.
Allie's birthday's tomorrow. Let's
Allie,
go.
you go. Allie, you go.
Okay. I also like the episode with the little was it Schoolyard Follies?
Yeah.
I love what is the school teacher's name?
Mrs. Langtree.
Mrs.
Thanks for the
Langtree.
apple that he gave to me.
Me. I love all the little musical numbers in this. I love a good musical number. Like you said, I love the little Beatrix. I don't know, I'm going fast through this. We have time. I like the
Now!
Beatrix.
Go! Go!
I've been getting reels on my TikTok about that one Beatrix Potter ballet. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'll send you, like, if I get it again, I'll send you the reels. But it's like all the ballerinas are dressed up like Beatrix Potter's animals, and it's beautiful and adorable. I'll send you one. It's so good. I need to see it live.
Emily,
I wanna
editing
make
Emily,
it's-
put it in here.
Yeah, I'll if I get it again, I'll send it to you because my reels like to show me things I like and then not show it to me again.
What?
Yep.
Did you like
Yeah, I did like
Did
the
you
whole show.
hit the like button? Did you hit the like
Did
button?
you?
Oh,
You know
no,
that
I,
like button? Did you hit it? Mom?
I
Mom, did
tried.
you hit the like
I
button?
actually try not to like things because I don't want
You don't
the
want others to
internet-
see it?
Can you just save it? You can like bookmark it.
Well, yeah, but I actually
But
don't
it's
look at
pointless
things in
if
my
you can't
saves.
find it.
That's so real though.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Jesus.
should people know I like this meme?
Yeah, and it's like I don't want people to know about, the thing. It's
Yeah.
like to be loved is to be known. I don't need people knowing me. That's okay.
I don't need to be loved.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, but yeah, that episode is so good. And I like the twist at the end that Jimmy Pritchett's actually the gorilla. That was
I
so
know.
fun.
That made me
It's
laugh.
That's really funny.
It's so good. I
That was
love.
very funny.
I also love like the gorilla look almost because it's so old timey,
so
and I love.
absurd.
And then he's
Yeah.
all, my darling, I missed you.
I loved
very
the
funny.
animation style in this, and I don't know why. I thought I was smart, and I was like, I know there's a specific name for this animation style, and I ended up trying to
Hold
Google
on.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Thank you, Dad. Guys, I have pie now.
Treat.
Oh, nice.
What kind of
No
pie?
pie for us.
What
No,
kind of
no.
pie? Michael.
Oh.
What kind of pie is it?
Then my parents
Is
were
it
yelling.
apple?
That's pumpkin from Costco. I went to that Costco, you guys, and it's
Oh.
phenomenal.
Oh,
Costco.
Costco.
Costco's
You're gonna see me
great.
Never
eating.
heard of
I
it.
love
Love a
Costco.
good
I do too.
It stresses
Costco.
me
Love a
out.
good Trader Joe's.
I love my
I can't
brands.
be in a Costco, or else I'll start
Capitalism,
fighting.
baby.
Hey, guys, we can do
Capital.
food ASMR.
No, don't do that.
No.
No. Sorry, guys, but we're kicking Emily out of the podcast.
Damn, and I'm hosting right now and recording. I'm sorry.
And
No.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
okay,
We
anyways,
have to
I
post
ended
an
up trying to
announcement
look
video
up
on the Instagram.
on the Instagram that we're breaking up. You're breaking up the band, Yoko.
Oh, you know what?
Hey,
Tag
whoa,
yourself.
whoa,
What
whoa.
Beatle are you? Sarah's
Alright.
Ringo.
Let's go. I've been thinking about this because I've been hyperfixating on the Beatles.
I was gonna. Okay, so
Yeah,
oh,
I've noticed.
my on Letterboxd, she's like back to back watching like Beatles documentaries, and then I was literally gonna comment on the Let It Be one, being like, why are you hyper fixating on the Beatles right now? And then it literally the like
because-
review is like, I'm sorry for my Beatles hyper fixation.
Her favorite podcast is
literally-
doing a series on the Beatles, and so because May and I again
He
have
did
the
just
same
finish-
brain.
Is it girl historians?
Yeah.
We're just talking about Uncarly.
I'm actively in the middle of watching the Beatles get back. I'm in like hour 6 of 8. It's crazy.
It's a long.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it, but I know it's long.
because it's like 3 episodes, and each episode is like a 2.5-hour film,
Oh my god.
What the hell?
essentially. Yeah, but I was like, I need more.
Is that the one
I
where
was wondering.
they break
why.
up in that one, or is that Let It Be?
No, they break up in both because
Oh.
Let It Be is the short version of Get Back.
Oh, because I like when not George. No, George. I like when George is running to
Yeah,
like
George.
sign the document, and he's so excited.
Yeah.
That's why he's my
skipping.
favorite Beatle. I think it's funny.
Divorce papers.
I love George. He's very funny.
At Disney
Very
World,
Yeah.
Oh,
divorce the Beatles at Disney World.
Was that John who did that? No, it was Paul.
I think I'm Paul.
Your Paul.
John Paul,
I think so.
the disciple.
John.
The second?
I think Allie is Paul. I think that M is John.
Oh,
Oh.
And then
no, that's not
Sarah's
gonna end up well for
Ringo.
me, is it?
I'm George. No, unfortunately, you do get murdered by Mark David Chapman.
Why do you know
And
his
in
name?
fact, you know his whole name.
Because I did a video on it! If you watched my YouTube,
Wait, he has 3 letters in his name, or he has 3 names?
3
Yes,
letters
please.
in his name.
That's crazy. Every
David
assassin has like
Chapman.
3.
he had a copy of The Catcher in the Rye in his pocket.
Yeah.
when he murdered
That I
John.
knew
Yeah.
about. That I knew about.
And then
That's
after
Oh,
he
fuck.
murdered John, he sat down on the curb and started reading the book.
I'm sorry. Not to laugh. I'm sorry, John Lennon. We miss you all. But
Why?
gun
did
violence is
that-
wrong. But
And then-
good God, that's funny.
And then while he was, I have facts now, and then while he was in prison, before he was sentenced or whatever, he wrote a letter to the New York Times in prison, and he basically, in the letter, he was like, everyone needs to read The Catcher in the Rye. It's a fantastic book. It holds all of the answers.
The answers! I like
About
it,
a
you know, and I like Catcher in the Rye. Like,
teenage
And
boy.
I love The Catcher in the Rye. It's so funny.
were you also somebody in high school that defended Catcher in the Rye? I was. Because I
Oh,
was like,
I
this is
never read it
good!
in high
You people are just dumb.
I
It
never read
wasn't
it
a
in high
bad
school.
book.
What? I read it 3 times
Yeah,
in high school.
People hated it, and it was okay to me.
I
Like
like-
I wasn't.
I'm gonna be real. The
Oh,
first time I ever read Catcher in the Rye was because Frank Iero has a like his old band is his first band he ever made had a bunch of Catcher in the Rye references. What is that band called? Fuck, it's been years.
Catcher in the Rye.
Just so our
I read The
non-emo
Catcher in
viewers
the
know,
Rye.
My Chemical Romance.
Guitarist
Continue.
Frank Iero.
Yeah.
Guitarist. Yeah. I read Catcher in the Rye for the first time less than a year ago. Like
Really?
not December, like November 2023, because I had learned for the first time that John Lennon's killer had the book with him when he killed John Lennon, and I was like, that's insane. I need to know why he did that.
What
So
in
I
this
read the
book?
book because so I read the book because I was
That
like, what about
convinced
this
you.
book made him
It has
kill
the
John
answers,
Lennon?
apparently. It has
It
answers.
has the answers, and it truthfully didn't have the answers.
His first band, Frank Iero's first band, was called Pensy Prep. That's why.
Oh.
And it
I
had their.
forgot about that.
I love that band was good. I like Pensy Prep. Hold on.
I thought he killed him because he was a phony, and like Holden talks about how
Well,
like
yeah.
celebrities are phonies, and he's like, "Oh, John Lennon's a phony." Pew pew
Well,
or whatever.
the running theory is that
Pew.
because there's 2 theories. One of them is that John Lennon simply is a phony because he, in his songs, he preaches peace and like material and like no material wealth and whatever, but he also
And
has like
actively,
an insane like materialistic lifestyle.
He's a millionaire.
that's-
yeah.
Like.
Yeah, he was one of the Beatles, truthfully. And that's the first theory. And the second theory is that in 1980, John came back into the public eye because he was being a house husband for like a few years. Like he was just like at home. He stopped going out. He stopped making music to like
Housewife John
take care of
Lennon.
his son.
What are those years
His
like?
son,
no.
his single son, not Julian, Sean, by the way.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
his son
No.
Sean. Yeah, his son Sean with Yoko Ono. He was taking care of Sean, and then he came back into the public eye because he had new music and he was like promoting and all that. You know, the things that celebrities do for their projects. And Mark David Chapman was like, "Oh my God, no! Like he can't be going out because he's ruining his innocence and like blah 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 blah. Like I have to save him, and the only way to preserve innocence is by killing him."
Well,
So that's the
I
second
mean,
theory.
well, that's crazy. All right. This is how I
That's
preserve
kind
innocence.
Guys,
insane.
I did a whole video on this.
And I'll watch it. We'll
Yeah,
link
I
it
watched it.
below. We'll link below.
Okay, yeah. We'll link it below.
John Lennon is also, he also allegedly beat his first wife. So
Yeah.
Oh,
All
not
of them
allegedly.
are
He did
terrible.
admit to it.
All of them are
He admitted?
terrible
Yeah, no.
people. Like,
Yeah,
no, for
John
real.
admitted to beating his wife. Ringo was a wife beater.
Ringo has a song called like "I'm Glad She's 16" or something. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Was a wife
No,
beater.
that's not.
George is like a nymphomaniac. It's crazy.
I heard about that.
What the? I didn't
All is
know
kinda
that. Are
just
you
wrong.
serious?
I love how they all cheated
Yeah.
on their wives with each other's wives, which is
Yeah.
Only,
talk
By
about
the
only
way,
George
let's
did
talk
that with
about.
Ringo's wife.
yeah. George and Ringo were canoodling. Maybe they were canoodling. We don't know.
Hey.
Maybe they were
Apparently,
canoodling.
is there a play about that? I've been told.
Oh, Mick Lennon.
Mick Lennon, which is also crazy.
Crazy. Guys, I've discovered the Beatles this past, like,
Do you guys
2
know about this
weeks.
band called the Beatles? My
Yeah.
friend,
I've recently discovered the Beatles.
my friend Alfonso, shout out to my darling Alfonso. He took a class at MIT because he went, and it was about Beatles history. It was a whole class just on the Beatles history because he likes the Beatles and everything. And my other friend Maya and I were like, "Why are you taking that?" He's all, "Let me have this."
That's fun.
Beatles history in a class.
There was at the university we went to, there was a class during, I want to say summer or
I wouldn't
winter.
call that place a university. Sorry. Continue.
We have to call it a university because if not, our degrees aren't valid.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You are.
Legally a
I swear to God, I
university.
got a degree.
It's legally
But
a
there
university.
was a professor there who would teach a class on Beatlemania,
Oh, really?
like specifically about like fan what was it called? Fan phenomenon? Yeah.
Cover
Like
your mouth and
fan.
say
I never
who it
took it.
is. I want to. Who?
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
It was Professor Ortega.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, wait. How many years ago was this?
Then that must have been during.
Was he
Yeah,
English?
like
Was
at
he an
least
English
2
professor?
years. No history.
Oh, that's interesting.
Beatles history.
Oh, yeah.
My degree in
Damn.
Beatles
Why did I-
history.
Should have had my hyperfixation 2 years ago.
You can get a degree in anything, which is kind of insane to me. Like,
I've seen it.
I've
I've
seen
seen
the
some
videos of
things.
like review students at NYU and they're like, "What's your degree in?" Like the liberal arts. Do you know what I'm
what are
talking
their
about?
degrees?
Okay.
Are they like?
They're like very long and very specific. It'll be like gender studies and women's marketing and technology and books or whatever. Like they're very
It's essentially
people
you
make
doing
fun
a
of liberal.
thesis. As a
Yeah,
degree.
it's
They have concentrations.
when people make fun of liberal arts, it's like those kind of degrees.
Yeah.
No hate to the liberal arts. I have one of those.
Yeah, I could prove it. I saw a TikTok of a girl that was like, "Why are people even getting degrees in English? It's not like you can do anything with it." And the girl, and every single comment was like, "Girl, no." And then somebody was like, "Here's like the top jobs you can get with an English degree. It's like an incredibly versatile degree." And the girl was like, "No,
Yeah.
it's not. You're lying." And I was like, "What? How are we doubling
mean-
down?"
I feel like a lot of people like. There's been like studies that there's like less people majoring in like liberal arts and things like that. Like a lot of people are like gravitating towards STEM
Well, it's
because that's where the money's at.
I was gonna say it's because of the economy. People need
Mhm.
money,
Yeah.
and so they're like, "Well, I have to give up anything if I have any liberal arts like dreams or whatever. I have to give it up because I actually have to like live as a person."
Right.
Also,
Which is valid.
Which I understand,
I
yeah.
think the general attitude towards the arts has just gotten like worse and worse with every passing year.
Yes.
Because more and more people are discrediting art as like a thing, not even as just like a financially stable. Not It's never been stable, but you know what I mean. As just like a viable option for
Yeah.
life.
People used to just have like apprenticeships in ye olden
Yeah.
times. All right, guys, we watched a show. It was called Over the Garden Wall.
Wait,
Yes.
May has to talk about her favorite parts and then Sarah. Or
Oh,
Sarah.
yes.
Whoever wants to go.
Who?
That's what we were doing.
I really liked the penultimate episode when we find out that they're from the real world.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause I-
cool thing.
Yeah, because like I picked up on it obviously because it's made for like 12-year-olds or something, so it was kind of obvious. But they were like, "Oh yeah, it's Halloween." And they're the stupidest costumes I've ever seen in my life. But whatever. I
shout out to the
appreciate it
egg
anyways.
costume. Egg costume goes
Egg
hard.
costume's good. Egg costume goes hard. I like Greg's costume actually because he's dressed as an elephant, and I understand. I see the vision, and he executed the vision, and I really appreciate it. But I loved the little quest challenge of Greg and Wirt trying to get the mixtape back from Sarah, who is not this Sarah, not Brat Sarah, but
No H.
animation Sarah. Yeah,
Sarah,
animation
actually.
Sarah, who Wirt has a crush on. And apparently he recorded poetry and clarinet. And I thought that was lovely.
You can actually
And also
listen
she's
to
a
it.
goth girl.
Really? Oh, I want
Can
to see
you
it.
actually?
So it came out like years ago when it first came out. It was like a special edition thing where they were giving out mixtapes with his poetry and
Like Elijah Wood speaking.
yeah, we can also talk about that. It's
Elijah
Elijah
Wood.
Wood.
Which was insane to me to
Elijah
find out.
Wood as Wirt, Melanie
Linsky,
Linsky as
Beatrice. And then
It's
guys, it is a star-studded cast. You have Elijah Wood, obviously, Melanie Linsky, Christopher Lloyd as the woodsman, which is good. You can hear that voice. John Cleese is a bunch of people.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Isaac is singing in this, which I think is crazy. Emily, double check this because I heard it from a source that I can't remember, but double checked it. All the people in Greg's dream when he has that like 1920s Alice's Wonderland sequences and everything, all the little like true people in those dreams is all a young Jenna Ortega. Hello, editing and fact-checking Emily here. This is true. Jenna Ortega is credited as additional voices. Woohoo. And then, Auntie Whispers, which I feel like everyone had an affinity towards. I like Auntie Whispers as well. I think it's a really cool episode. That's Tim Curry.
I know!
I know! Isn't that crazy? Tim Curry as Auntie Whispers.
I did not clock that until I saw the cast, like, who played it.
Yeah, Chris Isaac is a bunch in this. John Cleese as well. It's huge cast, and then Elijah Wood, who sounds like he's having just the most amount of fun. Elijah Wood just always sounds like he's having just so much fun.
Yeah,
love that man.
Yeah,
I have a very serious, important
the
question.
Lord of the Rings project gave him enough money where he could just do the fun things.
Yeah, he can do. It's kind of going back to Harry Potter. It's like the Daniel Radcliffe situation. He's like, I can just do whatever the hell I want now.
So much fun. I love that.
American?
Is Elijah Wood American?
Elijah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I think
He's
he was
like-
British?
Well, because he's like Daniel Radcliffe.
He was in the
They're
fantasy
like
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the same.
Interesting.
And the Lord of the
I
Rings.
thought he was British.
Isn't everyone
British.
except Tim Curry? Tim Curry's British.
I did not know that. Oh my god.
We talked about that in the last episode.
Yeah, we
with
did.
Pennywise.
Your episode.
Don't remember much.
Oh.
Pennywise was British. That would have been so funny if you.
Chris Isaac is.
I feel like I'd be less scared of him if he was British. Sorry, continue.
No, don't worry. Interesting. Chris Isaac is Enoch in this, who is the big giant pumpkin that is about to take over and everything. He's that voice, and then he sings on one of the most incredible albums there is. Like it is, Allie, I know you were talking about this. Insane music throughout this. Like I listen to it once autumn hits. I'm like, boom, Over the Garden Wall soundtrack. It's every song is phenomenal. It has very Victorian. Apparently, they got a lot of real opera singers and these, American folklore singers to perform. It's actually, it was created by the Blasting Company, which is a band. And Patrick McHale sings on the album as well. He sings one of the songs when they're in the real world, the penultimate episode. In the real world, it's like one of the alternative songs. Like they're going not in the party, but almost to the party. He sings on it. It's a cool album, and it's really good. And then there's a song.
The Northwind song? Ooh.
That Northwind song is one of my favorites. Oh, North Wind. Yeah. And then when spoilers, I guess, when Greg gets taken by the tree and the beast, he sings a song called Patatas et Molasses, which is the Latin version of potatoes and molasses, which is, I think, a crazy, and it's a very creepy version of it, of a very cute song. It's Patatas et molasses. It's like crazy.
I love that.
And also, talking about the beast as well. My God, it's a cool, evil villain. You barely see it. you barely see it. There's one flash of it at the end, and it's a horrifying image of like taking. It's like a tree that's like human and everything. Oh, I love it so much.
I did like the kind of like
My nose.
jump scares that there was. Like I was like, oh, that's genuinely scary.
It's
like
creepy
for kids to like watch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, watching it out. How old was I? God, I was like 12. Yeah, like 11, 12, watching it and going, "Oh, this is scary." And I know they were like they had to like balance it out with fun episodes and everything. Like you have scary episodes, but then you have something like Schoolyard Follies, which is not scary. It's a more just cute, fun episode. But there's like really, really scary elements to it. It's a lot of like folklore and fable like and fairy tale type things. Nothing ever really feels complete. And it's because of all these like time periods meshing together. It kind of goes into the idea of the twist that this is all in Wirt's head and Greg's. It's a collective hallucination between the two. May did not like that. It was that twist. I think it's fine. I'll go into more.
I hate stories where the big reveal is that it was all a dream. I hate that so much. Why can't it be? Because it always happens for like the most fantastical, like fun, like stories in like cool worlds, and then they wake up and oh, psych, none of it was real. And I'm like, but why? Why can't we expand our imaginations?
But here's the
But
thing.
I didn't think it was.
I think it's no. There's. I think the twist is fine. I think especially given it's a younger audience, I think it's a fine idea. I think it goes into the idea of a lot. This is a near-death experience they're both having. Like they're both gonna die, and so this is like the unknown is literally like limbo. But so upon doing research, apparently there was going to be there's a debate on whether it's actually you have the thing of like, oh, it's all a dream, but at the end when they're in the hospital, Greg has Jason Funderburker, and Jason and he has the frog version of Jason Funderburker, and he shakes it, and Jason Funderburker lights up like he did when he had the anti-whispers thing. And so it bleeds into the idea of, oh, maybe it's not all the way fake. It's still, there's like elements that are real. There was also, the original idea was for the animators was that Wirt stayed in the unknown, equivocating that he died, and then Greg survived. That was what their original idea was going to be, and I'm assuming it got destroyed.
That's too dark for children.
Yeah, they were like, you can't do this.
That's way too dark for children.
I would have loved that. Holy shit, he lives with guilt now?
That would be so crazy.
That'd be a crazy ending.
I feel like I would prefer that ending, to be honest with you.
I would like it. Adult version of Over the Garden.
With my adult brain, I would like that.
Yeah, assuming that kids are able to grasp that unknown is like limbo, because I don't think that's something that they really would be able to like figure out. You know?
I mean, I
didn't even figure that out either.
That's true. There's a big also like a big theory that this is a retelling of Dante's Inferno or Dante's Divine Comedy, which it makes sense, specifically with Beatrice being in the Divine Comedy, being
Virgil.
Who leads Dante from purgatory to heaven.
Virgil, I think, right?
Yeah. And then bluebirds represent, like, especially in Christianity, so if you're going into the Divine Comedy route, God bless John Lennon.
God bless everyone. John Lennon.
Oh, is he down? He's down here, actually. In Christianity, bluebirds represent the angel and like the guiding force. So it's like, oh, okay, they're a harbinger, they're a spirit from the underworld kind of idea, which makes sense. Beatrice is also like I love Beatrice. She tells it like it is.
Yeah.
In this, she's Wirt's inner monologue, like out loud, tells him Like, you're doing something wrong.
No, I loved Beatrice. I also, for some reason, I don't know why I thought Beatrice and Wirt were gonna like get together.
It does feel
'Cause
like that for a little
Their
bit.
chemistry,
I
Yeah.
think
you know?
I thought
But
that when I first watched it.
yeah.
I also thought that with that one girl who's possessed by the demon.
Lorna.
Oh
Remember her
yeah.
name.
Lorna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lorna. Because they had a romantic singing duet together. And I
They
was
did.
like, why
He's
are they
also
having a
blushing
duet?
a
Are
lot
they...
around her.
He's also blushing a lot. And I'm like, but you
Mhm.
have a... But what about Sarah?
You have
Infatuation.
a
Gave her a
woman on the other
mixtape.
side.
You have a goth girl on the other side.
Allie said she felt represented by Lorna.
Again, not to call out my eldest child stuff, but I was like, I was like, oh, poor Lorna, and then I was like, wait a minute, my Lorna, and I
Uh-oh.
had
This
to
is
check
kind of
it out.
familiar.
No,
Yeah, I was
I'm
like, this is a
seeing
little
some
bit
things.
I'm
Mhm.
seeing some things. Yeah, yeah. But it's different because I don't have evil spirits in me that are controlled by a bell.
Not that you know
So
of.
I'm not.
We don't know that.
Not that
We
you
don't know
know
that.
of.
I don't know how we're
It
gonna
could be a
test that. But
euphemism.
all right.
or
I'm gonna
something.
ring this bell.
We haven't tried.
Okay.
Like how Auntie Whispers didn't try to take the spirit out of Lorna.
Yeah.
Was just like, you have
She
to live
didn't-
with this.
I feel like she'd
That's...
really she never thought about it or like it never occurred to her.
No. I feel like that would be the first thing I would do.
Like,
I'd be like, let's try this.
how can
Oh,
this
you
get
have
out
a
of
demon
you?
that can be controlled by this bell? Can I force it to go out of you? I'm ringing.
Hello?
Hello?
Anyone here?
I feel like it reminded me very much of Spirited Away.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole like
Every
Auntie Whispers.
single person talked about that in their thing. They're all, reminds me of In Spirited Away.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Maybe
Which
just
I
like the
get.
folklore, but also like kind of the animation. Like the Auntie Whispers reminded me of that. I don't remember her name, but the
Yes.
witch in Spirited Away.
Yes.
Baba Yaga.
The Baba
Yes, the bird
Yaga.
lady.
I did say
Baba
that
Yaga.
word for word. Auntie Whispers is so Baba Yaga from Spirited Away
That's
coded.
what I said too.
Is so.
They're just shaped the same.
They are.
Yeah.
And
They have the grandma.
and then also like Baba Yaga, the grandma from Howl's Moving Castle as well. The wicked witch from Howl's Moving Castle a little bit. The evil one. I don't know.
No. It's more like Sophie.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
Guys, I just watched Howl's Moving Castle a couple days ago.
I'm not a big Howl's Moving Castle fan.
In theaters.
Ooh, fancy.
Scene
day
file.
For Melina.
You know what also we
watched
watched in
On
theaters?
Thursday, and Howl's Moving Castle on Friday.
Everybody, what was your ideas of Megalopolis?
It's brilliant.
Is the greatest thing I've ever seen, also the worst thing I've ever seen.
I thought it was
So
about a
good.
shark.
I
You
wish
could be
it
a Meg-
was. I wish it was about a shark.
I thought it was about the megalodon.
Oh,
The
it would've been
Meg.
so cool.
The Meg is actually a
Megalodon.
prequel to Megalopolis.
Megalopolis.
It was crazy. There,
It's
Adam Driver
fabulous. I
says
love
the entire "to be or not to be" soliloquy.
Lay.
Good.
It was so good.
I'm dying.
Did
In
you-
this
Yeah.
watch.
Oh.
Adam Driver and Giancarlo Esposito are having like a quote off. Like they're just quoting Marcus Aurelius at each other.
I thought you were gonna say they're having a queen off. I was like, yes, they are.
That too.
That too.
Yeah,
They're
that too.
There was
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito is so happy to not be playing like whoever you played at Breaking Bad, like a dupe. A little bit,
Yeah.
the tiniest, there was like a one line read where in my mind I was like, oh my god, a little bit of bugging out came out. Bugging out from
Yeah.
Do the Right Thing. And I was like, it was like the quickness of it. I was like, holy shit, he's back.
So good.
And then that's when I realized that's why Spike Lee was at the Q&A, the like pre-recorded Q&A. I was like, why is he here? Why is Spike Lee here? And I was like, oh, because it was Giancarlo Esposito.
They're homies. They're like this.
They're best friends.
this.
They're best friends.
Ali and I are like,
They haven't seen it.
who are these people?
They have
we've gotta
Shia
have
LaBeouf is
it
there.
out.
Shia LaBeouf is
drag.
there
Shia-
in
We're like
drag.
cinematic.
And he's evil. He's
In what?
Shia
So
LaBeouf
Oh,
is
in the
he's
movie.
also committing incest.
In the
It's
movie.
crazy.
in
He's in
life.
drag?
There's,
Shia
I
LaBeouf
will pay
is
to
yeah,
see that.
there's incest.
he's
It's
in drag
crazy.
and he like raises the Proud Boys. It's insane.
Yeah. Like
They're
the Proud
wearing
Boys,
hats.
'cause
I
he wants-
shit you not. They're wearing hats that say "Make Rome Great Again." And
I saw that.
I was like,
movie?
whoa, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Damn. I need to watch this.
I know, I low key.
It's crazy.
You should
We gotta-
honestly
we
go
gotta-
watch it. It's
Our
crazy.
statement on fascism.
Em
Adam
and
Driver
and
has
May.
superpowers.
What? Who said my name?
I said the name. I was gonna go into the whole thing where Em and May have film degrees, and Sarah and I. Well, I can't speak for Sarah, but I don't watch movies, and so sometimes if you watch this podcast and people are naming names, I just started memorizing celebrity names like 5 years ago, maybe. So I don't
Ali
know
just
anybody.
discovered movies this year.
She's starting
what
from
my
the
Letterboxd
beginning.
says.
She's gonna start watching the
Really?
Great Train Robbery very soon.
Uh-huh.
That one, not even the
I
Great Train
just-
Robbery. That one where the train comes towards you.
Yeah,
No,
so
but
if-
Ali's
if
already
you're ever
seen
watching
that.
this
We
first-
showed
Oh, that's right. We showed it to
Yeah.
her on the big
I've
screen.
seen that one.
Ali, you have to watch this.
I watched movies in my childhood, but like none of the big or iconic ones. Very few of the big or iconic ones.
Same.
And then there was a gap
ones.
in my life. My dad sometimes watches this. I don't think he's this far into this episode yet. But if he's sitting there shaking his head, going, "We did watch movies." No, we picked 3 movies that we liked. We picked 3 movies that we liked, and we watched those on repeat over and over again. It was a lot of Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
Hey,
and
those
it
are
was
fun.
a lot of
You watch
Okay,
like
those
more.
are
they
good.
are
I
fun.
like those movies.
And it was a lot of Captain and what is it, Master and Commander, and it's a lot of yeah. It was
Interesting.
just Iron Man. It was a lot of Robert
real.
Downey Jr. Now that I think about it.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. household. Okay.
I understand.
Yes.
I-
Yes, and I'll die
That
on
first
that.
Iron Man movie fucks.
It is good. It is a
It's good.
actually fun movie. I actually
I miss Paramount Marvel.
Yeah.
I miss.
What was it, like Phase 1? Phase 1 Marvel hits.
it was like the first ever.
It was so.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we had until we lost it.
Till it was taken from my hands. All the movies I watched when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I watched Anchorman at 6 on accident, which is not a movie you should watch. It is R-rated, but I figured out how to use the DVD player, and I loaded a DVD while my parents were in the other room. And by the time they came back, I was already halfway through, and they went, the damage is done, and so they let me keep watching it.
Hey.
I remember one of my favorite movies as a child. I watched a lot of old movies because of my parents. I don't know any like modern movies. Like if you tell me like, oh, this is an old movie, I'll assume it's from like the 60s. And some people are like, oh, it's from 2011. I'm like, that's not old, girl. But my my favorite film when I was a kid was actually Titanic. And because my brother and I, we thought it was a comedy. Because that scene when people are jumping off the ship.
Into the propeller?
Yes, the propeller guy. We were laughing, like we were like shitting ourselves, like laughing. And my grandma was like, "You know, this like was real. Like this actually happened.
Yes,
People died."
the tragic.
That's crazy.
I
It
know
was
what
so
you're talking
funny
about
to
So
me.
good.
I loved
Oh
it.
my god. I remember being around the same age and catching like the end of Titanic on TV, and it was the scene where just like everyone's dead. Like they're all in the water, they're dead, their corpses are frozen, and I saw that as like a 10-year-old and I got so scared. I was traumatized.
That's fair.
And I couldn't sleep that
Mhm.
night because I was
my
like,
God.
"Oh god,
This
they're
is what's gonna
come and
happen
get
to me.
You know what's a scary movie? Oh my god. Have you seen All That Jazz with
Holy shit!
the ending?
That
I
movie
watched
is
that when I was 5. Gave me nightmares
watch
for
that?
years.
Bob Fosse makes a movie about his own life going, hey, yeah, I'm a terrible person, but I don't give a fuck. And it is a movie that should not exist, and I'm so fucking glad it does. I watched this recently. I watched All That Jazz recently. It's fucking insane. It's on Tubi. Yeah.
Isn't he like reenacting his life?
Yes,
So like
it's
like a
literally
musical number.
he literally uses the woman he cheated on as one of the actresses.
Oh
That's
no,
crazy.
girl, run, girl, stand up.
The PTSD I have from the ending of that
It's so
is just
crazy. He's like,
horrific.
I'm gonna die, and I'm okay with that. It's like, what the fuck?
And then it shows like them zipping his body up in a bag and it's like all
Yes!
quiet, and then it ends, and I'm like, oh,
spoilers
okay.
for all that jazz.
Spoiler.
But like, holy shit! That movie is fucking insane. Shout out to my friend Ian, who I think listens to this. I don't know if they do. But I tell them about it. But I was like, Ian, it was on. I put it on Letterboxd, and my friend Ian was like, dude, I've been wanting to watch it, and your Letterboxd review made me want to watch it. And they watched it, and I was like, how was it? And they're like, how does that movie even fucking exist? It shouldn't exist, and then it does.
It's terrible. It's, oh my god.
Oh, and no, it's terrible. It's also, I gave it 5 stars and a heart. It's one of the best things I've seen. And I'm like, this is crazy. I loved it. I loved it because same thing for Megalopolis. I loved it because it was just so insane. Like things that
like
shouldn't
it's a
exist.
Bad, good movie.
Not like
you know?
bad. It has gumption, and I appreciate that.
Mhm.
All right, guys, we watched a show. It's called Over the Garden Wall.
Wait, also my favorite episode, I guess.
Oh yeah, please.
Yes,
We're still on that fucking question.
I would say that my favorite episode was the one where they're on the steamboat with all the frogs.
Oh, that's
wearing
cute.
the cute little outfits.
Yeah, that's
oh
a
my
good one.
god.
They slip on the
They're so
babies.
cute. Yes, the little tadpoles.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I
Babies
saw
are
that.
dead. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I know
Murder.
that too.
Murder.
Very cutesy. I
Murder.
love frogs for some reason, and I just kept. Oh, you know who I loved in this? That stupid horse. Is his name like Fred? With
Fred.
the accent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
that
want
was
to
my
steal.
favorite.
The
love
one that
him.
wants to steal.
I want to
Yes.
steal.
The nymphomaniac.
It was
nothing
sad when
like
he
that.
left.
The
Only a job.
nymphomaniac?
Oh no.
Absolutely not the
Wrong
nymphomaniac.
word. Wrong word.
I love that little horse. But yeah, I love the
love-
frog episode. And I liked when the frog was singing. I thought that was very funny.
It's
And
so
you know what
good.
else found really funny? Was Jason Fassbender. Nope, that's a real person.
Oh,
That's not a real
That's
person.
Michael Fassbender is who you're
That's
thinking of.
Michael Fassbender. Magneto.
Jason, whatever the fuck his name is. Jason, I don't know.
Thunderburger.
Thunderburger.
Thunderburger. His voice, like, the way he
Hello.
talks. Oh, guys.
Hi,
I don't know why it made me pee my
everyone.
pants.
You
It was
can
really
hold
funny.
my hand. That's kind of how we like.
this is how he
Mhm.
talks.
Funny.
That was the
But yeah,
funniest part of the
I liked
show.
it.
Was that Wirt was scared to losing to that guy.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
loser.
It's like, that's a loser.
I also kind of like how we don't see what Sarah looks like. Like,
She
you
still
know?
has the makeup on and everything.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think it's just the way the show is like paced and directed. I love how I love shows where you don't know what's happening, and I love movies and everything where you have no clue what's happening, but you just have to like accept it and move on. And I thought the way the show is obviously foreshadowed, all the little vignettes in the beginning are literally the characters you meet. In like the first episode, it's like you see Beatrice, but you don't know who she is until the last episode, and then you're like, oh, it's a nice like bookend to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, they're nice little 11-minute episodes. It's fun. It's stunning to watch as well. The backgrounds and like the scenery in all of this is stunning. For a long time it was my computer background. But it was just so
the
pretty.
character designs are
much
so
art.
cool
They're
and
very
they're
cool.
so unique, and also just like the scenic design is just really cute.
Yeah.
It's very nice, and it's very
It's so
pleasant.
cozy, like
It is.
just like
It
the
is.
And it's
atmosphere
also
I'm
too.
wearing our
It's
sweaters
feels so
today, guys.
safe.
easily, yeah,
Mhm.
it's also easily recognizable, and I like that.
Yes, you
Mhm.
know
Like it's distinct.
you know, like, oh, that's Over the Garden Wall. That's an Over the Garden Wall show.
Like the animation is like of the characters
Mhm.
too.
The style
Yeah.
of it.
It's all
Mhm.
2D
You
animation.
know what I was a little upset about?
What?
I was kind of upset that they weren't British.
They're from.
They kind of look British.
They're from. I
I
mean,
thought they were gonna be British.
Patrick McHale's from New Jersey, so it's not a far stretch to be all. These people are from New Jersey.
Yeah.
No, I that felt very appropriate that well, he's from New Jersey, which is on the East Coast, and it's like we don't have seasons on the West Coast.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
so yeah.
Guys,
Great
it's
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
little fun fact. I'm wearing shorts with this sweater on because it is gonna be 100 degrees this week.
I'm
I'm
sweating.
only
Not
It's
to be
so
really?
sweating.
hot.
My dad
Is
has
it
the air on,
really?
so I'm doing fine.
It's gonna
yeah.
be. It's gonna be It's gonna be like 99. This.
Yeah.
In Southern California.
Sorry, guys.
I wish
I'm
I was
chilling.
dead.
It's like
Don't live
60s
in
over
Southern
here.
California. This is a PSA for all of you. If you live, the rent is high. The economy sucks. Our groceries are high. Like, do not
I'm
live here.
hot.
There's too many LA transplants.
Girl,
Get out of my city.
I think
That is
that's
true.
everywhere.
Get out of my city. That is true.
Get out of my city.
Get out of my city.
Get off my grass. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
I'm chilling
my lawn.
here.
I wish it was
In
cold.
PNW.
Oh,
I'm gonna move to Oregon.
I wish it was cold. No, my
Oregon. Oregano.
Don't get hate crimed.
Oregano.
You're
Or
gonna
wash.
get
Oh,
hate
hey.
No, you're gonna get hate
Argentina.
crimed. Oh, but if you
No.
do come, I'll show you the two white guys that stand on the corner on the sidewalk with their huge, just like Blue Lives Matter Israel flags. Did I not tell you guys about this?
No, but
No.
you know that. Trash.
No,
That
yeah.
kind of trash.
Periodically, every so often, there's these like two white older guys. It's always the same two people, and they have like an American flag, they have the Blue Lives Matter flag, and they've recently added the Israel flag to their collection, and they have them as just like huge flags or whatever that like, you swing around or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll just like swing them around.
Well, I don't know.
And I see
We
them,
have
and I see
nothing.
them every so often, and when I do, I just flip them off.
That's good.
That's great.
Yeah.
That
We have a
reminds.
ventriloquist. And
I
on,
was gonna say.
you were gonna say that.
It's on.
Oh, him. There's another one.
There's
Oh,
another
oh.
one. Okay. And on what?
Charisma. Yeah.
There's one
Oh.
on
Same guy.
We're all having to. Yeah, no, when you go down that road, there's somebody, I know, it's like the Jesus one going like, Jesus will be with you forever, right? They have a huge, like, cardboard sign, and then there's always, like, Trump rallies at that corner.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And then, like,
Yeah.
there was that one time, I think maybe I was with Maya. I may have been with you guys. I think it was when we went to the book thing. They were having, like, that pro-life rally on that corner.
Yes, I remember that.
Maybe.
Yeah. By that church.
Yes, the one I live
Yes.
by.
Well, on the other side of that, at the they were doing a pro.
The other
They were-
side, though.
Oh, they had the flag,
Yeah.
the Palestine flag dropping.
They had like a little get together for that.
I saw
Get together.
that
Nice.
Protest.
on.
Oh yeah.
I follow.
Have you seen the guy with the puppet?
I don't. There may be another guy with a puppet. I'm thinking.
He
The one
does
for
like
LAS?
little.
The one for LAS on Instagram?
No, he's on.
Oh,
Oh, just kidding.
do this. I'll put an X over your
like-
mouth.
He has like a little puppet, and he like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The one near me is always like, yeah, it's like a giant sign and a giant cross, and it's like has a bunch of psalms written on the giant sign, and then the puppet is saying the psalms.
That's That's insane. I want to see that. Honestly,
I need to see
I'm so
that.
hot right now.
Oh. Wow, wow, wow. I'll put some.
Bow, wow, wow.
Ew.
No.
A bow wow wow.
Bow, wow, wow.
I'll put some sexy music over as Sarah
No.
Wow,
We're gonna get
wow,
normal.
wow.
I want to say that I was pleasantly surprised because when I saw it, I thought it was gonna be like, sorry, it's like a children's, show. So I thought it was gonna be like,
Oh yeah,
I didn't think it'd be as like,
dark.
Can't think of the word. Yeah, as like
Macabre.
clever. Like I thought it was
Oh.
just kind of like a dumb
Wow.
show, but like all the connections and like how we don't know until like the ending that they're from the modern
Yeah.
world, which by the way I think is the 80s. I'm pretty sure it's the
Yeah,
80s
it's like
or
80s
90s.
or 80s, early 90s, I'd say.
Yeah,
I didn't know
but
that.
Well, they had a
yeah, I did
cassette
not
player.
expect that. It was good.
No,
Well,
but
I
Sarah
wasn't
doesn't
paying
have
attention.
one.
I don't have what?
Sarah doesn't have a tape player. Not you, the character.
The animated
Oh.
Over the
Sarah.
wall. Yeah, she's like, I don't have one of these. And
I
he's
do
like,
not
well, I
have
have
one.
one, so we can listen. Yeah, so if you're
Yeah.
in the 80s or the 90s, how do you not have a tape player? Lame.
And I'm judging
I like-
harshly. I like
how Oh, where did we go?
I can't go. Oh fuck! Ow! Ow! Everything hurts. Oh god.
Oh god.
I'm trapped.
While Emma's stuck,
Oh.
I liked how Wirt was throughout the show. Wirt was kind of figuring out that they're simply not in a real place or whatever, or
I like
that
that
they're
you
in a
use
place
they
that's
them
live.
pronouns for
Sorry, I'm
work.
so hot. I know I would want
Well,
that.
Wirt's giving me a lot of different energies, you know?
He literally says I don't like labels, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, they, them, a little bit of autism.
What the hell?
Awesome.
Oh my god.
That part out.
Just
But I
beep.
liked how Wirt was kind of figuring out that like time and space simply isn't following the laws of like the normal world or whatever, because he's like, there are no phones in this universe, where are the phones? Also there's pumpkin people and they're all skeletons, and that's simply not how
Life works.
life works. But also, like, when they were in the haunted mansion or whatever, he was like, wait a minute, this architectural style is Rococo, and that doesn't look like it would fit with with Uncle's Georgian style. And I was like, I love that you know that. That's what I started thinking about the autism.
Oh, no. Well, he in his room when he's like getting ready and everything, there's a book on the ground that says interior design. He's learning. He's hyper fixated. Like, and then there's a Beatles documentary in the background.
Oh.
I'm wearing the Beatles on my
Well,
shirt.
oh my god, I didn't even know. Beatles jump scare. Beatles
Jump scare.
I was wearing this shirt before I realized we were all wearing like cozy fall sweaters, so I changed.
But now it's
But
hot.
I got hot.
Sarah,
Now
you are
it's
hot.
You are hot, Sarah.
Wink.
I can't do it anymore.
What is that? What the hell does that mean? I've given up.
It's too hot.
I can't do it. I thought you meant life. I was nervous.
I can't do it anymore, guys. I've given up.
Speaking of giving up,
I can't do
you know
this
what
shit.
I thought was crazy?
What?
I thought it was crazy that that the one woman that Beatrice brought them to wanted them to be child servants.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Adelaide. And
There's also there's a lot of child servitude in this show.
well,
There's way more than I thought there would be, and that I think there should be.
I think
That adds to the horror
necessary.
element.
Yeah.
I
I
like.
think
I
it just
suppose
fits in
somebody-
with the style.
Continue.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
It's just very old school. Because
I
you see,
constantly
you see
talk
the
about-
I don't know, like, if it's in the time period, when children were just smaller adults, or that's what they considered. Because we see the only other example of like children being treated nice is Miss the
Langtree?
school teacher in the
Langtree?
Langtree, thank you. Langtree.
Langtree.
Miss Langtree's like little boarding school, but her dad wants to shut it down because he's like, you can't teach animals to be human. And I was like, well, you know what? I think she's doing an amazing job.
Animals.
Then
Orphaned animals.
that scene where they go into the bed is one of my favorite scenes.
That's so sad.
I was
so
like, they're so sad.
It is so depressing. And then the song is like, wah, wah, wah. And they're wearing like smocks. And I'm like, oh my god, the animals. And then the one little like raccoon or something, his pants keep falling down.
Oh, no.
I feel so bad for him. Get him a belt.
Poor raccoon.
I also like that in that scene, Wirt and Greg also go to bed. Well,
yeah, they
I
also
know.
are like, we're going to bed.
And they change into their little smocks and everything. Like I just accept that they're a part of this boarding school now.
Well, and then
That made me so tired. Like I wanted to. It was like late at night, and I was like, I want to go to sleep like them. Like that looks cozy.
They do look really cozy.
They did. And then Greg's like, I just wanted to change the world, put a little happiness in it, and I was like, oh my god, it's so
Really
depressing. It's so sad, and I love it. I also love that the dog like does the dog thing where it goes into a circle and lays there.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? Well, I was gonna say to Sarah's point that she thinks this show's a lot more clever. That was like kind of a trend when this show was coming out. There was a big surge in this like in animation not going away from kind of a monster of the week setting where every episode is like a one-off into actual like serialized episodes and like television. I mean, I was in deep in this. I was in deep with like the Gravity Falls specifically, but like then you had things like Over the Garden Wall and Steven Universe and Star versus the Forces of Evil, We Bare Bears. Like all these cartoons started coming out, and all of them kind of worked. Everyone kind of worked. Adventure Time was a huge catalyst for that as well, where you actually had a huge overarching storyline and lore and world building that allowed on regular show as well with but you had these like storylines, and I mean it was crazy. It was like a crazy time for me as a young child watching this going, oh my god, this is cartoons can be cool. Cartoons can be like have interesting complex storylines and everything, and it was this huge boom, and it's kind of we're starting to see the tail end of it. There's some stuff, but like I don't know, it's not the same. A lot of, like, Amphibia's gone as well, which it ended a couple years ago. Outlaw House just ended. Like, all these kind of serialized cartoons are starting with, like, to have horror, fantastical elements almost in them, have ended or starting to end. And I'm sad about it, but it's okay, because there's probably more out there. I like Big City Greens. But that's not a horror. That's like a slice of life.
No, but it's cool that like it's for children. Like children are able to, you can familiarize.
It's allowing. What? I can't hear you, Allie.
It's like children can have good things too.
That's what I was gonna say. You're allowing children to be able to like not dumb down children's media. You're allowing them to be like, oh, you can be a part of these things as well. I mean, God, that was also like
children complex ideas.
Yeah, and I mean I think it's a great thing. That's what I loved what they did. I've talked to Allie about this a lot, but Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated is genuinely fantastic, and it was the way they have, a Monster of the Week one-off episodes and everything with like that original Scooby-Doo, even like What's New Scooby-Doo, and then they added a huge overarching mystery element, and even still doing Monster of the Week, but huge underlying storylines, character development, character arcs, and everything, and it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal TV show.
It's so good. I remember watching
Gay as well. and it was
did.
crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's cool. It's very cool things that are being
Mhm.
allowed. I mean, that's all I had on Over the Garden Wall.
Which is a cemetery, which is crazy.
Yes. I mean, it's
But the
literally,
garden
the
is a
twist is
cemetery.
literally in the name. Like, they
Mhm.
go over the
Yeah.
garden wall, which is another great way. And it's a cemetery. And in the cemetery, and the woman and the man that have the tea are in the cemetery. They're dead. The Endicott,
Wait.
their gravestones are in the cemetery.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that
You
that
see
changes a lot.
Endicott, at least. If I remember. Cool
Damn.
things. Good storytelling. Good way to
Yeah.
do
No, I was
storytelling.
very pleasantly surprised at like the twists that came.
Right. It's
Very clever.
Mhm.
it's
Very.
very clever. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
cozy. I watch it every year. Well, thank you guys, for watching Over the Garden Wall and placating me once again. Remember, to our audience, thank you also for listening. Remember to check us out on Instagram, Brats in the Back Row, Spotify, Brats in the Back Row, the TikTok, Brats
Brat's
Podcast,
pod.
Brats Pod,
Brat's pod.
Brats Pod.
Brats
We're
pod.
pop.
Oh, there's father. There we go. See, I was right.
Hi.
Good night. Good night. Love you.
Hello, sir.
I
I'll
cannot
blur your
see.
face, sir. Brats Pod.
It's okay.
Our email, bratsinthebacrow@gmail.com. Just remember to subscribe on YouTube. Brats in the Back Row. We're popping off on YouTube Shorts. No, wait, TikTok is popping off.
TikTok.
We were popping off on TikTok for a little bit.
For a little bit.
The
Remember.
power of Paul Best's tiny, tiny shorts.
Remember, yes. Next week is May's pick, and I'm not exactly thrilled for, but I'll watch anyway.
I'm excited.
I'm ready.
Oh my god. Okay. Well.
Cinematic. You guys better be ready for a cinematic masterpiece.
No.
Very fall vibes.
It is. We are doing fall
Yeah.
vibes, and we're gonna keep it going for a little bit. Thank you, everyone.
Exactly.
And, well, goodbye.
Bye.